Citybus Manager. It pains me to mark this as not recommended, not because the game is a stinker, but because it is vastly overpriced and requires too much micromanagement. The price it commands gives you the inversion of a AA rated game, but this isn't that. The graphics are just so and also has as so playing experience. The problems I counted were quite numerous. Maybe some might be fixed during the early access phase of the game, but some may not be resolvable without major code changes. One example, we select a depot location, but then nothing in the depot resembles where we have selected it, instead being a generic American city. Make a new game and it's the exact same depot layout, therefore no effort has been made to correlate my actual selected location with what I visually see in the game. The graphics resemble any numbers of indie games I have played, so you are not catapulted into this game immersion. I painstakingly go through the tutorial, which gives scant information on how to do stuff, leaving the new player to just click everything until it works. There is a lot of assumption and not enough explanation. As an example, you select between village and city, but you get no information on its intersection. You build the depot, and now your first bus route, but there is no information on catchment areas or how demand is increased. So you plot down a route of about 20 bus stops with little to no regard to what you are doing or why. The forecast says required buses 5, but what it doesn't say is that you need that for both morning and afternoon, so you end up needing 10 buses and 10 drivers for a 5 bus service. So you buy the buses, but are forced to do so one at a time, having to select the color each time. Bit of copy-pasting of the exceeding helps, but there are far better ways to do it. You check the map, hundreds of people waiting at the bus stops, with so much demand. Ticket prices are cranked to the max, £250 per short distance, single tickets for £4, day to £10, and weekly to £37. Still, the buses are at breaking point. Every bus is full to capacity. Can't add more buses onto the route. The maximum services frequency allowed is every 10 minutes. More bus routes needed, but I got to get this one bus route up and running first. Then the micro-making kicks in. Every day I have now assigned every driver to arrive bus, and I can only do this within a couple hours of the timetable departure. Every day I have now clean every bus and send buses one at a time to be refueled and extremely washed, having to wait until one bus is finished before sending the next one for their full cleaning. Bugs, there are a few, including game-breaking bugs such as failing to load a saved file or stuck vehicles, aimlessly trying and failing to do the same action. Whitelist is good, there is an easy bug report mechanism. It's limited to one bug every 5 minutes, and bug reports being responded with. Unfortunately, we cannot fix the error. The cost of fixing the bug would exponentially exceed the benefit. Maybe some bugs are too costly to fix, but when one bug has the most simplest of solutions to replace the space with, then it does raise some eyebrows. There are also data anomalies, with what I see, forcing some deep dive investigations. The numbers don't add up. The demand doesn't add up. There are a lot of lag, where you try to move across the screen and it jumps. There is inconsistency with the game speed. You pause the game, go into a menu, come out, and the game is at full blast. At full blast, your time jump, and it comes out at single speed. And why do my staff just aimlessly walk around? Tell me, they have no work to do, but have their stress bar at the max working right. past the 20 comfy armchairs I have provided them. In a nutshell, I don't recommend the game at the moment, as it's got to experience for what it is. There is too much micromanagement and not enough for what makes a game good. It's certainly appearing to build your bases around places you may know and love, but the map data it relies on, the OSM, has errors because it's a community site based upon volunteers. This is not surprising, and it's certainly not the end of the world. You can't and you could go about correcting the OSM as a volunteer. But the developers of the game have indicated this may causes problems with players saved games, and so changes to the OSM map won't filter through to the game. So you are stuck with broken roads, missing bus stops and strange passenger demand system.